Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Traedz TV, where we discuss all stock-related contents and much more. Tariq, Insider, Trader Mike, I see y'all in the building, man. Good morning. Hoping y'all having a blessed morning. We are gearing up today, guys, because we do have the tariff talk, which Donald Trump will be announcing at 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern. That's going to be at the Rose Garden. Let's go ahead and do what we do best. Let me get rid of the morning thing, guys, and let's go over our recaps as far as SPY, earnings, and economics. So let's go over our recaps from yesterday, guys. We had a SPY recap. We had the open of 557.45, a high of 562.94, a low of 553.68, a close of 560.97 with a volume of 54.3 million. Let's go ahead to our earnings. Like I said, just a few retail companies, nothing to really be concerned about. Like I said, once the blue chip companies start rolling back around the corner, Tesla, Apple, Amazon, Nvidia, Microsoft, all of those companies come out, I will be letting you guys know, reminding y'all to be aware of that. As far as economics, ADP employment change did come out at 8:15, guys. We got more of a sell-off due to the course of that economic calendar. And like I said, we do have crude oil inventories that will be at 10:30. And last but not least, we already know that Donald Trump will be making his announcements due to the tariffs at 4 o'clock Eastern. So do not forget about that. Other than that, guys, let's get ready to rock and roll and see what the market has to offer today as we get geared up for these tariff talks. So y'all know what to do. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right, guys, welcome. So right now, you remember yesterday, guys, I said that towards the end of the market that we could see a possible little squeeze yesterday. That I said that the buyers may be going for a little squeeze towards the end, which we did. And I said which we could try to retest these key areas for a possible double top, which we did. So we double top here from intraday into after hours and started getting that fade right back on down. So shout out to my team who did jump in, who did catch that second top and got that pull back down. I didn't get in because it didn't happen till after damn near 6 o'clock. You can see the time, which is around, what, 6:15 when we got that retest for those tops. So options was closed. I couldn't get in anyway. So I had to miss that opportunity. So I was expecting it was going to hit it up, before the close, but we didn't get all the way up until 6:15. Then we got the fade back on down. So I couldn't jump in right in and there because I was waiting for those areas around 62 level to 63 level. Fourth bear flag almost across the board. Inside of shout out, thank you so much for the alert. We do have Tesla on the free fall right now. We have gotten rejected from yesterday from that 275 level from down to 270. Now today, guys, we got rejected from 265. Now cracking 260s back into this range here of 260, 255, 250. So right now we're back in this range. So if we can move this little level here, we'll do this. We'll do 250 instead of 260. And we'll do 255 instead of 265. Put that here. And then drop this bad boy down to 260 level. This is the level that we're in right now that we fell back into. So keep that on watch. So this is where we at right now. As of now, it's for a Tesla, which is still on a downtrend-like setup. So we are starting to decline from that 580, 575 level back on down. So we're definitely starting to see a decline. We do have a cup-like pattern right here, guys. We have created a dome-like pattern on SPY. Almost like AK always be bringing up like the Batman symbol. I had cracked a joke with him earlier before. I said it's Batman coming because you got the ears, you got the head, and then for the possible little spike back on up, that'll create that little second ear, almost like a little Batman-like pattern. I thought I did draw it out. So I was kind of like just kind of making fun of it. So I did draw like a little Batman symbol, kind of like right here. So I was asking AK-47, is Batman coming, meaning that we'll get that second pop on up, but we'll run into resistance for that move back on down. Now, as far as the Traedz Talk, I did take a screenshot of that. Let me bring that up real quick. Let me go back to it real quick, guys. Let me see if I can find it. Let me go back and find it. Here we go. Yeah, so although many details remain unknown, perhaps even to Donald Trump himself, the administration Liberation Day trade policy announcements is expected to be the most aggressive tariff move yet by the most tariff-obsessed president in modern history. Trump is meeting with the trade team Tuesday, and the tariffs he announces at the Rose Garden ceremony at 4:00 p.m. Eastern, which is today, Wednesday, will go into effect immediately. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said Tuesday at press briefing. So keep that in mind, guys, that like I said, he will be announcing the talks of the tariffs. That's going to be at the Rose Garden ceremony. That's going to be at 4:00 p.m. Eastern today, guys, and will go into effect immediately. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Good morning, Queen. Good morning. Good morning. So yeah, just keep that information in mind. Like I said, as far as today, as far as economics, I think the next thing that should be coming out should be the crude oil inventories. That's going to be at 10:30. Let's just double check that to make sure, guys. So yeah, crude oil inventories at 10 o'clock. Other than that, we're going to be having the Treasury, buybacks and so forth. It's about the only thing, until 4 o'clock, until Donald Trump makes that announcement about the tariffs. So we'll see where we go from here, guys. As far as right now, we have fell out of that channel that we were in yesterday. Remember yesterday we were in that channel of 556 up to 560 level here where we broke out of it, then fell right back in that channel, broke out of it, fell right back in that channel. Now we're getting a little crack out of that channel underneath that 556. So we'll see where we go today, guys. What type of volatility is going to take place today, whether there's going to be more selling taking place. We'll buy you step in and try to go for that pushback up towards the upside, but we'll keep on watch to see what type of volatility that we're going to have throughout today's intraday market all the way till 4 o'clock till Donald Trump give their announcement about the tariffs. So if buyers could step up to the plate, if they do step up to the plate, If we do retain that 556 level, you do have room to rotate your way back up to 560, back up towards these areas here. Now, if we do get another rejection at these levels of 562, 563, that will be your triple top. That'll be the third attempt, third rejection. You got one right here from yesterday. That was one. You got one here in the after hours. That was two. And if buyers do decide to push up towards this area and we don't get that break and get another breakout failure, that will be your triple top. That'll be a third attempt failure. So keep that on watch. But as of now, we are underneath 556 at this moment. So we do remain underneath this key level. If bears do come in and go for that pullback, we could pull our way back down into the areas of 552, all the way back down into the 550 range, putting us in this setup here. From 556 back down to that 550 range. So we'll see where we go today. Like I said, that 556 is going to pretty much be that decider on where we go. You know, above that price point of 556, we do have room to push our way back up to 560, 562, and so forth, because that'll put us in the upper range of this channel. Now, if we remain underneath 556, we could continue back down towards 552, down to 550, towards the lower portion of this range. So definitely keep that on watch, and let me go ahead and highlight that in yellow, because that's going to be your midpoint area. That's going to be that make or break. Again, if you're on top, you got room to rotate back up. If you're underneath, you have room to rotate right back on down. As of now, we are underneath 556. Definitely keep that on watch. That 556 is resistance. So right now, Tesla is trying to hold the 255 level. If Tesla can hold, buy you step in, you do have room to possibly push your way back up towards the 260 range. If you crack that 255 range, then we can definitely see a continuation on down towards that 250 range, which will put us down in this low area here. So definitely keep that on watch. We'll see where we go today. But right now, we're definitely looking weak. We're definitely getting a curl back on down. We're getting somewhat of a cup-like pattern, inverted cup-like pattern, which is leading more towards the downside than the upside. So it looked like from this 556 level that we could continuously fade down this way back down towards the 554s, down to 552s. Because you do have somewhat of an H-like pattern. Again, as long as you stay underneath that 556, could get a further fade back down when you'll be setting up in somewhat like a two-legged pullback setup. So just keep it on watch, like I said, and also watch that 556 level, because that's going to be your decider. That is your midpoint area as of now. Again, above it, we have room to run back up, 560s. Below it, you have room to go right back down to the 550s. So definitely keep that on watch to see where we go from here. But right now, as of now, we are getting hit with some weakness. We're definitely getting hit with some weakness pulling back down. So do expect a possible pullback once the bell rings, as those sellers continue to try to pull back towards that level, back down towards the 554s, 552s, down to 550s. Excuse me. So we got about 6 minutes left, guys. 6 minutes left. Make sure you have your game plans ahead. Where's the engineer? I was supposed to be trading with her today. Where's she at? So, I mean, I've definitely got my contracts on watch. So, I'm definitely watching my contracts. And like I told her, I was going to trade with her today to see, like, you know, what type of issues that she's, you know, what is occurring as far as, because I want to help out, you know, with the flaws and try to overcome those areas that's holding her back from being a great trader that, you know, that she is. So I definitely want to trade with her, try to help out as much as possible, you know, try to trade the same exact contracts with her and so forth. But I'm going to definitely keep it on watch to see where we go within the first 15 minutes of the market, you know, whether we get back above 556 or stay below the price of 556. So I'm going to give it 15 minutes to see where we go from here, see on how the market is going to adjust itself after a pullback from after hours and pre-market. So I'm going to definitely keep it on watch right now, team. Definitely keep it on watch. Definitely keep it on watch, see where we go. But yeah, I was waiting on the engineer. Like I said, we're supposed to trade today together. Told her I was gonna trade with her side by side. Haven't seen her yet though. So let me hurry up and try to get my contracts ready. Let me see, because I know they're gonna probably look like they're gonna be expensive today too. So I'm gonna definitely have to wait for some major pullbacks on these contracts. Let's see. What can I utilize as of now? I'm trying to set my contracts up as of now right now, guys. So let me see what I can do. Because right now, like I said, all I'm trying to do is just watch this this channel set up to see. Right now, we fell out of this channel, this range, so we're underneath it. So I was just trying to see on what type of range we're gonna be in today. As we anticipate the you know, talks of the tariffs. So I want to see where we go today. So we got about 4 minutes left, 4 minutes. So make sure, again, you have your trading plans in order. Make sure you, again, you go over your exact price points. Again, if we are in the rotation or we in a range, play the range. Understand your bottoms, understand your tops. So we're gonna keep it on watch. We're gonna definitely keep it on watch, guys. And as I mentioned, like I said, guys, if you are new to my channel, man, please do your boy a favor and please go to my channel, go to your J Traedz TV, click that subscribe button. If you don't mind, guys, doing that. Again, we're trying to build that subscribers up towards 1,000 subs, trying to get monetized for these videos. So we are on that road to 1K subs. If you don't mind hitting that subscribe button, which is free 99. If you already subscribed, follow. Like, share, comment. And if you're on Twitch, subscribe or follow. But thank y'all so much, man. What's up, Jay? What's up, Jay? Right now, as of now, that I mentioned before, boss, that now that we fell out of this channel that we were in yesterday. Yesterday, we was in a channel of 556 up to 560, which we got that breakout and ran up the test at 562 to 563, and then fell right back in that range of 560, 556. As of now, that I stated that we have somewhat of a cup-like pattern that's giving us an inverted cup-like pattern. And as I stated, that 556 is going to be your midpoint area. So that's going to be the decider. So as I stated, if those buys can get back above that 556 level, they will try to possibly push towards that 558, back up to 560, back into this range here of 556, 560 level here. If we remain underneath that 556 level, then we can see that further pull back down to 554, 52, down to this 550 range here. So, in other words, above 556, we have room to rotate up. Below 556, you have room to rotate your way down. So the question is, and like I said, I'm going to give the market 15 minutes to adjust to see on which direction that the market wants to go around that 556 level. Will buy a step back in and try to get back above 556 for that possible push back up towards the upside, or will we continue to start to fade back on down towards the 554s, 52s, down to the 550s? Right now, we are underneath 556, which is holding up as resistance at this time. And again, if those bears come in aggressive, we could see a further pull back down this way. So, as the bell ring, I'm gonna keep on watching to see what type of volatility is gonna take place at the beginning of the market within the 15-minute time frame to see where we go. But as of now, I mean, we're definitely fading. We're definitely fading because we got a double top between after hours and. Man, no problem at all, boss. So, from yesterday, I was telling everybody before the market closed, as we was possibly pushing back up, I said, look to see if buyers going to try to go for a squeeze back up to the top before the bell rings, which we did get a push, and we did retest around that 563 level. We got a double top and started to fade back on down. So right now, we're definitely going from a double top with a fade back down toward the downside underneath that 586 level. So, bell is about to ring, guys, in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Game time. Let's see where we go. Let's see where we go. Right now, we're still underneath that 556 level for the possible fade down towards the downside. So let's see if we're going to crack that 554, 85 level for that possible crack back down into the 552s. Now, the 554, 85 level, that's that old breakout level from, what was that, Monday. Monday right here, we were in the range of 554.85 down to that 552.60, where we got that nice little U-shaped pattern back on up, created somewhat of a little bull flag move back on up towards the upside in this little range. So we want to see, will we hold above that range right here? Can we hold above this level for a push back up, or will we fade and come right back down into this range of 554.85 back down towards that 552.60? So keep that on watch to see where we go from here. Again, I'm just giving it 15 minutes to see where the market wants to go. So right now, again, as I mentioned, underneath that 556 level, we do have room to further fade back on down. Above 556, you have room to possibly rotate your way back up. So, good morning, engineer. Yeah, I was asking about you. Good morning, Thunder. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So right now, as of now, as long as you stay underneath that 556, guys, we could see a possible further fade back on down toward the downside. Above that level, we could see a possible rotation back up towards the upside. So just keep it on watch. Right now, we are testing the open, and we are testing on top of that 554.85 level, that old breakout level, which was right here Monday. This old level here, 554.85. We were right on top of it testing to see can we hold on top of that channel for a possible bounce. If we do crack that level, we could fall right back into this range of 554.85 down to 552.60. And keep in mind, guys, today is going to be the talks of the terrorists at 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern. at the Rose Garden for the ceremony. So do keep that in mind. Definitely keep that in mind that we still have talks to the tariffs today. So keep that on watch. Watching that 556 level to see if those buyers are going to try to go for the breakout or, for that retest of 556, try to get back on top of that floor, or will we get rejected and pull right back down? Because you got to keep in mind, all your indicators have crossed over back down towards the downside, where we went from having the indicators on top, 9, 20, 50, now flipping back the opposite way, 50, 29. So you can see right here where we had that indicator crossing over towards the bearish side of things. So you already know 9M is going to be resistance and so forth, the 2050. So keep that on watch to see on if these buyers will try to break past those key marks again. As I mentioned, if buyers can get back on top of 556 level, that'll put you back in that old range from yesterday of 556 for that possible push up to 560. So you can see right here, 556 back up to what? 560, then went for the breakout. See the range that we were in before? As we cracked, reclaimed 556, ran back up to what? 560 up to 562. See the little range that we were in? So keep that on watch. That's why that 556 is going to be a very, very important price point. So that area alone connected support or resistance. So above it, turn that into a floor. You got room to rotate up. Below it, it acts as a ceiling. You got room to come right back on down. So watch that level of 556. Right now, you got buyers trying to get back on top of that price point. If they can hold that price point, you got room to maneuver your way back up to 558, the possible 560, where we will see a nice little move back up towards the upside. So we do have buyers that are trying to get that push back above that 556 level. That's why I say you always kind of, give it some time. Give it about 15 minutes to see which way what the market truly wants to do. Just give it some time to let it do what it does. So there go your buyer stepping in. Got that bounce off of that breakout area that we talked about from Monday, 554.85. That was right here, 554.85, where they are trying to bounce and trying to push their way right back on top of that 556 level. So you can see right here, 554.85 to what? 556. So keep that on watch. Keep that on watch. So right now, buyers are trying to reclaim that floor. Right now, we got a good little candle. We do have the 20 EMA right above our heads. That will be sitting around 557.29ish level right here. So put it like this: if buyers can get that break and hold above these three indicators, then we'll have room to fill up that gap from those three areas back up towards that 50 SMA, which will put you around 559 to 560 level. So right now we are above the 9 EMA. Right now we're above the VWAP, trying to test that 20 EMA. If those buyers can successfully close above that 20 EMA, that'll put you in the upper gap fill from that 20 EMA to that 50 SMA, which will possibly push you up towards 559 to 560 level. So keep that on watch. So right now, buyers are stepping in right now, trying to stay above the first two, which is going to be that 9 EMA and the VWAP. So that's the first level. And you are getting a nice little engulfing candle, trying to push your way back up. Now you're above the 556 floor. So right now, it's looking good so far as, for the bounce, for the possible bullish movement up. But definitely keep that on watch. And remember the little trick I told y'all about. So we start to see consecutive candles back to back to back without no pullbacks. Like if we see consecutive green candles up, they're purposely. What's up? Good morning, Gennaro. Yeah, so we see consecutive green candles in a row like we seen yesterday. Then we know that they're purposely trying to go to a certain price point. They're trying to purposely go to a certain price point. If we see consecutive green candles without no red candles involved, kind of like we got yesterday, which we see right here, green candle, green candle, green candle, green candle, all the way up towards these tops. Then you see a nice green to red move back down. See that? When you get those consecutive candles like this, up, without no major healthy pullback bounces, if it's just going straight up, again, a hard spike can lead to a hard pullback. So you got to keep that in mind. When you see a hard spike like this, it can lead straight to a pullback. So that means that they're purposely trying to go to a certain price point where you will hit that key area for a possible reversal back down. So if we see consecutive green candles, then we know that they're purposely trying to push to a certain key level. So right now, you see that engulfing green candle is just pushing up right now. Keep that on watch. So right now, you're still looking good as far as trying to get that bounce back up towards the upside. And as I stated, if we can get back above that 20 EMA, then that'll put us in the gap fill from that area up towards this area of that 50 SMA, which will put you towards 559 to 560 range, which you will start to get that rotation from that 560 back into that 556 up to 560 range. So right now, see how it's going straight up, 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 up. Keep that on watch. Right now, you're still getting a nice push, though. Getting a nice push. Getting a nice push. Nice push back up towards the upside. See right here, now that you're above that 20 EMA with a possible gap fill to fill up that up towards that 50 SMA, which is going to put you around 559 to that 550 level. 560 level. So just keep that on watch. Keep it on watch. See where we go. So right now, within that 15-minute time frame, you're definitely getting that bounce back up towards the upside. Getting that bounce back up towards the upside. You got one 15-minute candle engulfing. One 15-minute candle engulfing. So as I stated, you hold above that 20 EMA, you could fill up that gap fill towards that 50 SMA. So keep that on watch as we continuously try to push our way back up towards that 560 range. So keep that on watch. Keep it on watch. So right now, you're definitely getting a little bounce. Right now, getting a bounce. So as we are watching these ranges, I'm trying to go over my contracts. I'm just trying to keep everything on watch to see where we go from these bad boys. I'm going to use today's contracts. I'm going to try to get my price points in order. So I'm going to go through these real quick and look over these. Let me see what I can utilize as far as my price points. So right now, you still got 15 minutes worth of engulfing right now, guys. 15 minutes of engulfing right off that bounce at that 554.85 level, back to recover 586. You remember, as I told y'all, once those bodies start to cover that, reclaim the 9 EMA, VWAP and 20 EMA, you was going to fill that gap fill up to what? That 50 SMA, which is going to put you towards that 559 level. So keep that on watch, because right now, you're still getting in the engulfing counter, still looking good as far as right now. So right now I'm trying to just get all my contracts set up for both sides, for the puts and calls. Trying to watch these price levels. So I'm definitely just keep my eyes peeled on these price levels. See where we go from here. So right now, as far as 15 minutes worth, guys, you got bodies stepping in 15 minutes in. 15 minutes in. As of now, trying to push up towards all these indicators. Again, next level is going to be that 15 where you're filling up that gap between those indicators, between this little gap fill here. Between that 20 up to that 50. And then we get that push, then we'll try to go for that possible 560 level. So keep that on watch. Keep it on watch. So let's see, can we get that continuation push? Let's see, because right now buyers are stepping in, trying to hold above 558. From 558, they're trying to go for that 559 up to 560 level. So let's see where we go from here. So right now it's definitely engulfing. Definitely engulfing right now as far as bullish. For us to bounce. Let me see if I see anything on my 180 real quick to kind of give us a heads up. I still see that main resistance that's going to be around 560 up to that 563 level, because that's where you had your rejections at. The 20 EMA on my 180 has moved down to 562.16. 562.16 level. As of now. So with room to possibly push back up towards that level. So if that happens, we could possibly, don't quote me on it, could see a triple top. Because you got one here, two here, and if we get that move all the way straight up towards that 562 level, that'll be your third attempt towards that 562.20 up to 563. So if this, like I said, as long as those buyers keep pushing, you're going right back to this level here. Towards that 562.20 up to possible 563 as we keep pushing our way up. So keep that on watch, because that'll be a third attempt right around that level. Keep that on watch. Keep it on watch. Engineer, you got your contracts ready, Queen? You got your contracts ready? So there go your buyers, guys. Still 15 minutes in. Still 15 minutes in. What I want to see is can we get that push back up towards these tops? Because I want to see, can we go for a possible third breakout failure, like right here? Could look like they purposely trying to push up towards that 562.20 again. Because especially once we break above 560, You're only $2 away from trying to retest these tops again. So from that 560 to 562, I want to see if those buyers are going to try to continuously push back up towards this area here. Because like I said, if we do push all the way back up towards here, engineer, that'll be a third attempt for a possible third rejection. That'll be a triple top right at this level here, right around here. Because right here you got stuffed intraday yesterday, you got stuffed after hours yesterday, and then that'll be a third touch if those buyers do happen to squeeze towards that level. So that's why I'm just keeping on watch to see if they're gonna get continuously push up towards that area. I want to see, because right now you did run up towards that 50 SMA, caught a little bit of resistance, at that 50 SMA. So right now I'm just trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together, Queen. I'm just trying to see where these tops is gonna be at to see if those buyers are gonna continuously push. Because you're only 15 minutes into the market right now. You're only 15 minutes in, so they can still continuously push. That's what I'm saying. They can still push. I mean, look what happened yesterday, right here. After that bounce, look what happened. Buyers. I mean, look at this. They kept pushing. So I mean, that's what I'm just want to see exactly where these tops is gonna be. I mean, I know where they at from yesterday and after hours is right here. So that's the question. Will those buyers try to attempt to go for another retest at that 562.20 level? Yeah, so that's why I'm gonna just give it time to see where we go. Because right now we bullish. I mean, right now your buyers are stepping in within the 15 minutes of the market right now. So I mean, they could try to continue on up after this candle closes out for continuation push. So they may try to go for it. From like I said, especially if this candle closes above 558, they may go from a 558 bounce back up towards this way. So we'll see where we go. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna keep it on watch though. I'm gonna keep it on watch, Queen. Because we got about 2 minutes until this candle close out, and buyers are still stepping up to the plate, still trying to push. Because right now you're on top of 558, only $2 away from that 560 range. So they could try to go possibly for a continuation push up towards the upside. So we'll see where we go. But like I said, as of now, Queen, we do see exactly where you got stuffed at yesterday and after hours, right here. Again, that's your double top so far. So that's a double top so far from that price point. So that's why I want to watch these tops to see if that's gonna remain resistance as those buyers try to attempt to retest that area again. But like I said, I'll keep it on watch to see where we go. So I'm not gonna rush anything. Because right now, we're trying to see if they're trying to go for another bounce off of that 556 back up towards these areas like what we've seen here before. 556 recovery, ran up to what? 560 up to 562 to 563. Same thing here. Got that recovery at 556, which ran up to 560 to 562 to 563 again, where you got another retest. So that's why I'm just watching. As long as we stay on top of this level here, you have room to possibly push your way up this way. And as you can see right here, engineer, buyers are still squeezing towards 560. To that possible retest towards these areas here. So that's what I'm saying. Now you have somewhat of a bull flag pattern for a possible continuation squeeze. So right now, buyers are still stepping in, trying to go for a continuation squeeze. Because if they can break above that 50 estimate, they're going to try to go for 560. So right now, we did get that bounce off of that old breakout area of 554.85. Got that reclaim of 556, putting you right back in this range of 556, 560 level. If you get that 560 breakout, then they'll try to retest these highs once again, which will be around 562 level. Call would have been what? Call would have been good. Yeah, well, these bottoms. Remember I stated right here. I said these bottoms, that old breakout level. I said watch that key level, 554.85. Right here. That was from Monday's movement. That old breakout, which was right here. 554.85, those buyers have reclaimed their level, stayed on top of that channel for that bounce back up. They didn't fall back in the range. They stayed on top of 554.85 for the bounce back up. And if I go back, you can go see right here. What did they bounce at? 554.85. 554.85 for the push. Yeah, I mean, I didn't jump in because I was still trying to set up my contracts. So I mean, and plus I don't be jumping in at the beginning of the market anyway because I give it 15 minutes anyway to see where we go. So I mean, again, if you miss that move on up, you already know what I'm about to do. You already know me. You know what I'm about to do. So I'm not chasing. You know I don't chase. I mean, once a move happens like this, I wait for the opposite way. So let them push, set myself up for the opposite. So that means as we go up, contracts on puts should start to pull back. So again, I don't chase. Once these moves make, I wait for the back end of the move. You miss the front end, catch the back end. So as of now, as far as 15 minutes in, I mean, we have went on a spike. As far as 15 minutes in, we went on a spike. Let's see if we're going to get an additional 15-minute spike up towards the upside. So there ought to be 2 green candles in, and we get that additional consecutive green candles up. Because you remember what I told you about those spikes. When you go up, 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 they're purposely trying to go to a certain price point. Just like I said yesterday. When I seen this, I told you I wasn't chasing it. I wasn't buying at these tops. I was going to play the opposite for the move back down. When you see consecutive candles like that, they're purposely trying to go to a certain price point. Yeah, and I'm looking at Insider. That's why I use the price points on the contracts as far as the strike prices. So that's what I do. I go off the strike prices and play off of those, like especially if I know the range, I play off of the strike prices. That's basically what I do. Like 560, 563 levels. Once you got those strike prices locked in, especially around those bottoms, catch those bottoms for that move back up to what? 560, 563. So all you do is once you understand the price point, you understand the range, the rotation where the market is moving, just play off of those ranges. That's about the only thing I can come up with, boss. Play within the ranges. Understand where your strike prices could be. For your puts, for your calls. If you're going in for your calls and we hold these key levels, you betting on it to possibly rotate its way back up to what? 560. As long as we stay in this range. See that? Based off the range that we got yesterday, you play the strike prices off of that. Yeah, so I mean, that's all you do, boss. I mean, that's the only thing. Well, the call contract for the 563, your lows was actually 56 cents. So, I mean, it was 56 cents for the move back up. So that was actually a reasonable price, to be honest, Insider. So if I go, I can show you right now. So I'll show you the strike price and everything. So right here, strike price 563, 563. Your lows was as your contracts went down as low as 56 cents, and look where you ran up to 550, almost $1 move off that bad boy. So again, once you start to identify yourself with the strike prices, and I mean that's really what I do. Like if they down here and I'm betting, and I'm going against it, not going against it, but expecting the market to rotate back up, I'm expecting to move back up towards 560, 563. Even if it don't go all the way up to 563, you're still making decent money from these low areas back on up. Now, once it pushes up to 563, yes, more profits will come. So as far as 560, you're making profits from these bottoms here. You're making profits from the 554.85 level, which is here, boss. So 554.85 for the push up to 560, which is right now you're profiting around almost 550, 560 range right now. Because this is where you're at. Now, if you get that full successful breakout all the way up to 63 to your strike price, then that should put you up to $2 plus. So yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So what I do is. So what I do is, okay, if we pull them back down, I'm expecting the contracts to get cheap on the call side because I'm expecting to bounce back up towards the upside. So that means when you're pulling back, you get in on with it, your contracts get cheap. That's where you hit your floors at. So put it like this. If you're trading SPY's contracts, watching SPY, in reality, all you're doing is playing the same setup on your contracts that you will play the same setup on SPY. So in other words, if you're bottoming out on SPY alone, then you should be bottoming out on your contracts because it's following it. It's doing exactly what it does. So if that 584, put it like this, 554.85 is holding up as support, then you should have a support level on your contracts. Then once we hold that key level, your strike price is 563. So you're going for that price from, because remember, the lows was 56 cents on that 563 contract. So that means once you break above 563, 560, then your contract is going to be going from the 150s now damn near into the $2 ranges because it's going towards your strike price. So I do the same exact thing on puts. So when we get those spikes, that means my puts are pulling back down as far as my the worth of the contracts. So what I do is when I see a spike or do this, now I'm looking at puts because now I'm expecting my put contracts to pull back. That means that my contracts are getting cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. So as doing that, what I'm doing from this point now is betting on this area to hold up as resistance, right? So now I'm waiting for my strike, the strike price on my put side. Again, I can set up for 558. I can set up for 560. You know, if this left for a third failure rejection, then we can pull back to the 560, back down to the 558, and so forth. So that's all you do. Take those areas that you think that we can come back down to and play off of those strike prices. Because if we can put it like this, Insider, if you get rejected at 562, 563, right, and you go for a, just say a 560 or 558 put contract, it's not going to take long for it to go back down to those areas, right? Because you're not too far from it. You only what? If you get the spike back up on up here, you only what? $3 away from 560. You're damn near what? $4 or $5 away from 558. So as long as we keep pushing up, those contracts on your puts are pulling back down, getting lower and lower and lower. So from this point, all you're doing is just taking a pass, and again, psychologically, seeing what sellers are going to try to move in at. Because what? If we get rejected at this level, that'll be a what? Third touch. That'll be a third attempt for a possible third failure. So as long as we stay underneath that price point as we go back on up, that'll be a third touch, because psychologically sellers will be trying to move into that area based off the past, because they seen that every time we ran up towards that 562, 563, you 263, you got a nice pullback. So you got to think psychologically what sellers are going to get in at, because if they miss this one or miss this one, they're going to go for a third attempt to go for that opportunity. So that's why I said I do the opposite. So when I'm going in for calls, I look for red candles. When I go in for puts, I look for green candles. I do the opposite. So just like yesterday, Insider, when this bad boy was running up, what did I say? I wasn't chasing it, right? Because I said it looked like they were purposely trying to go to a price point on purpose, right? Which was around 562, 563. So instead of playing a call opportunity, what did I do? I went in for a put opportunity, and look what happened. Came right back on down. So that's what I did. I played the opposite of what it was doing. And the reason why, because I'm used to being caught in those type of positions. I'm used to being caught in these, trying to chase this, and the next thing you know is reversing. So that's why I threw out, pay close attention to those consecutive green candles, because you already know how it goes, Insider. If we're going on an uptrend, what do we normally look for? Pull back bounce, right? Pull back bounce, pull back bounce. When you're constantly setting up bad traps, right? Because you're pulling back to a low area where the market is kind of getting a little rest, where more buyers are stepping in, and then you go back up to the next level. Back where the market is about to rest, more buyers step back in, and then you go up to the next level. You're building like a staircase, right? You're building like a staircase up. But if you're shooting straight up without no rest, I mean, all you're doing is just going up without no type of consolidation. So that right there is a sign that we could be leading for a reversal back down the line, kind of like we did here. We went up, only got one little consolidation all the way up towards around what, 562, 563. Then we got that nice dump back on off, because it wasn't like a normal uptrend. Pull back bounce, pull back bounce, pull back bounce. This bad boy just shot straight up. When I seen this, and I'm used to that type of play, I said no, I'm not chasing that. And you got to keep in mind, even for today, even though it's moving back up, the talks of the tariffs will be today at 4 o'clock p.m. still. So that's why I'm just watching the setup, just seeing how this bad boy setting up. Right now we got some little bull flag pattern, but we are still underneath that 50 SMA. Still need the 50 SMA at this time. So we want to see, can those buyers utilize this level for that possible continuation push up to that 560. So I'm going to see if we're going to get that push. 66, 65 level possibly. Because you're back in that range, 60, but keep in mind you are still in this downtrend setup. So keep that in mind. If we want to see a successful breakout, We want to break above that downtrend setup engineer by breaking above 565 level, because that's going to get us out of that downtrend setup. That's going to get us above that 50 SMA, where we can start to continue this way. Because you got to keep in mind, you got a downtrend resistance and you also got that 50 SMA resistance. So if you do get a break above that, you're still going to go right into resistance, because your 50 SMA is lining up right with the 565 level. I'm sorry, 265 level. So you're still going to have resistance right in front of you. But like I said, in order for us to have a successful movement back up, that's why we need to break above 265. Because that's going to break you out of the downtrend. That's going to get you above that 50 SMA, which that 50 SMA is going to be support, where we can start to push our way back up towards the 270s and so forth. Oops, sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. Oh, yeah. What's up, Jenna? Good morning. Good morning, Queen. Good morning. Good morning. All right. So I'm going to keep this on watch, guys. Give me a second real quick. Let me run and give me something to drink real quick. If y'all have any questions, comments, concerns, do feel free to reach out to my mods. Still keeping this on watch to see if those buys going to get that continuation push up towards the 560 up to 563. Because, okay, what I'm anticipating before I go, for a possible third touch, for a possible triple top. That's really what I'm anticipating to see. Can we get a triple top? We already got one. We already got two. So I'm anticipating for a possible. We do get a squeeze back up towards the area for a possible triple top. That's basically what I'm anticipating. So I'm keeping on watch. So I'm gonna keep it on watch, see where we go from here. But I'll be right back, guys. Let me run and get something to drink, and we'll just continue to do what we do. So give me a minute. Right, and make sure I get everything set up. All right, guys, be right back. Peace. All right, guys, we back. Still keeping on watch. Because like I said, what I'm anticipating, to see if we can stay in this range. Who's calling me? Oh, I heard somebody calling me. I was heard my phone ringing. But yeah, what I'm anticipating is a possible triple top to see if we can stay in this range here, from 556 up to this area. See this range? See this range of 556 up towards that 562 20 level. See the bottoms. See the tops? See that channel? See that setup? See the rotation right here? From tops to bottoms, from bottoms to tops. See that? So now that we recover 556, you got room to push up to possibly what? 562.20. So keep that on watch. Keep it on watch. We'll see. Because again, I'm anticipating to see if we're going to go for a third attempt for that 562 level. For that. So as we doing that, I'm watching these contracts slowly. Watching these contracts, see where we can go. So I'm anticipating, because we do have a bull flag pattern, trying to push our way back up toward the upside of 560 to 562. So I'm definitely keeping that on watch. So right now for calls, if you got into these bottoms, shout out to y'all, from 554, 556 level for that for that continuation push, because you do have a bull flag pattern pushing its way up towards the upside. So you're still looking good right now as far as bulls. So your bulls are you still have room to push up to that 560 level, to the possibly up to this 562 level for a third attempt at 562.20 level. So you still got like a little third attempt right here, still trying to push. So as it's doing that, I'm looking at my put contracts as it's getting cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. So I'm watching as the put contracts are pulling back. So that's what I'm doing. So right now I'm just trying to set myself up for both sides of the fence. And just trying to weigh out my options. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing, guys. That's all your boy doing. Let me see. 50. Oh, yeah. So all I'm doing is watching as we push it back up towards these key levels. That's all I'm doing. So there y'all go for the calls. Shout out to the calls. Still moving on up. So like I said, watch this range. Watch this range. You didn't recover 556 for that rotation back up towards what? These areas here. When you're rotating back up to this area like a magnet. 562.20 to 563. So keep that on watch. Keep it on watch. Keep it on watch. Right now we got Tesla, 265 level. Right now you're breaking out of that downtrend, right above that 50 SMA. So let's do this. Let's go ahead. So we're gonna try to play within the ranges that we're in right now. So we're gonna do 265 mid area and possible 270 level resistance. Oops, I did that wrong. Typed it wrong. I'm gonna move that up. My fault. Did the wrong one. 270. There we go. And bottoms of 260. So right now we're in this little range here. Tesla, 260, 265, 270 range. You can see right here, you ran up to what? 270. Got rejected. Came down to what? 260. So you right now you're in this $10 range from 260 to possible 270. So keep that on watch. Keep it on watch. I mean, still got a little bit of room to go, engineer. I mean, like I said, you're pulling up to this old area like a magnet. That because look like they're trying to go for a third touch. That's gonna be around that 562.20 level. So I want to see if those buys gonna get that continuation push up to try to retest this level here. So that's what I'm watching right now. But you definitely had a bull flag pattern set up right here for that break of that 50 SMA back up to 560, but that possible push back up toward this range here. Yeah, like I said, I mean, the reason why I missed this opportunity right here, like I said, I was still setting my contracts up, and I was giving it because you know me, I don't normally jump at the beginning of the market because I give it 15 minutes to see which way the market goes because we don't know. But definitely got a blast back on up, you know, as we recovered that 554.85, then got back above 556, putting us back in this range here. So I mean, you still have some. I mean, you still had 556. You held 558 for the push up to 560. With possible room to run, retest the 562 to 563. So you're doing a two-legged pull up. So you see that? Pop, drop, pop. You're doing a two-legged pull up. That's how you're doing. Two-legged pull up. But you gotta, but keep in mind, Queen, you gotta remember, it's just the beginning of the market. We still got the rest of the day to go. You gotta keep that in mind. You missed the front part of the move, catch the back end of the move. You know, like even if you missed this opportunity, Queen, we still got 12 o'clock, you know, volume transition. You still got 2 o'clock transition. You know, I mean, right now it is bullish. You know, but the question is, will we continue the bullish momentum up to lunch hours, 2 o'clock, and as Donald Trump is about to speak. So right now they may be trying to squeeze everything they can out of the play before that comes out because you got to understand the talks of the tariffs, anything can happen. You know, that this can reverse back down real quick. You know, due to the fear of the, talks of the tariffs. So they may be trying to squeeze it out at the beginning of the market and then start to shift towards the end of the market. So right now we're still in this range right here, engineer. Right now we're still in this range, Queen. We held that old level here. Remember remember Monday? Breakout level, we held above it. Recover 56, back in that range again. And you already know what buys are trying to go. They're trying to go back to retest what? They're trying to go back to retest that 562 to 563 level because that's the area you cannot break out. That's the area that's stopping you from crossing over towards the upside. Because as long as you stay underneath that price point, we're just bearish. That's a brick wall right in front of you. Because you have yet to break out. Pay close attention. Do you see any of the, not the wicks, but do you see any of the bodies of the candles holding above that price point? No. That means that that's a resistance. Every time you try to push, bears come in, stuff you right back on down. You try to push, bears come in, stuff you right back on down. So Bell Bulls are trying to take out this level because they're trying to go to higher price points. But you got to keep in mind that area is still going to be resistance until we break above that level. You got to keep that in mind. That area is still going to be resistance. They're just still going to be running into a brick wall right here. That'll be a third attempt, a third touch. Now, we get rejected for a third time, that'll be a triple top. So you got to keep that in mind. At what time, Tara? 4 o'clock. I got it right here, Jenna, right here, Queen. Let me bring it up. We just talked about it not too long ago. I got it right here. Hold up. Right here, Queen. Trump is meeting with his Traedz team. That was yesterday, Tuesday, and the tariffs he announces at the Rose Garden ceremony at 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern, which is today, Wednesday, will go in effect immediately. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said Tuesday at press briefing. So, 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern today.
Jackie Garcia says, going to urgent care.
Whoa, huh? Oh shoot. Hold up, guys. That's the Queen, man. Let me check with her, make sure she's okay. Cause that's like an emergency room. Oh man. Hold up, guys. Let me check with her to make sure she's okay, guys. Hold up. Yeah, I'm sorry, Queen. I had my phone on the bed, so I didn't hear you call. If that was you calling me, I'm sorry. Guys, let me run a checkup on her. Oh man. Cause she said she has to go to urgent care. That's not good. Dang it. So guys, give me a minute. Let me try to call her back to make sure she's okay. Because if she's not feeling good, I'm gonna have to go make sure that I'm by her side. So let me check up on her real quick, guys, and I'll be right back. And thank y'all for y'all patience. But yeah, the Queen's, yeah, she's not feeling good and she has to go to urgent care. So let me be right back. Let me check on her, and I'll be right back. Appreciate you. Yeah, I'm back, guys. I told her to give me a call. Now she calling. Hold on. Excuse me. Hold up, guys. That's her calling right here. Sorry about that. Let me see if she's okay. Yeah, guys, I got bad news. She had to get rushed to urgent care. I'm gonna go check up on her, make sure she's okay, guys. And I do apologize, man, for this. Yeah, she's in urgent care right now. And I'm gonna go check up on her to make sure she's okay. And I will be returning back during lunch. Uh, with 12 and 1. After we figure out what's going on with her. So, and I do apologize, guys. I definitely apologize. This was unexpected, and like I said, guys, just definitely keep us on watch. As of now, watch the levels, guys. Watch that 560 level. Like I said, these are going to be your main resistant areas as of now, right here. These levels here, like I said, if we do get a push, that will, and we do get a retest of this area around right around that 562 level. Definitely keep that on watch for a possible triple top if those buyers do decide to try to push and retest that level. But I do have to go check up on her and make sure she's okay. And I will be returning back during lunch, around 12, 1 o'clock to continue the live stream. But I do apologize about that, guys. I do apologize about that. So I will be returning back, and like I said, just to make sure she's okay. So if y'all don't mind, keep her in prayer, and and I will give y'all the results to let you guys know what's going on. So I'm gonna go ahead and just exit off right quick, and again go check up on her. But will be returning back. You have my word. I will be returning back around 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. As the market continues. But I do apologize, guys. I am so sorry for that. But yeah, guys, I'll be back. Watch these levels. Watch that range. Again, as of now, before I leave, we're on that range of 556 up to that 562 level. Watch your range right here, guys. Your bottoms and your tops as of now. And again, I do apologize, man. It's an emergency, and I got to go check up on her, man. I do apologize. Yeah, it was unexpected, man. It was unexpected, Mike. Yeah, she had just called me saying she was in urgent care, man, and I'm so sorry for that, man. I'm so sorry, guys, for that. But I have to go check up on her, make sure she's okay. But you have my word, guys, that I will return back to the live. I promise, around 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, as we continue the rest of the market before the tariff talks. But if y'all want to stay on the live, and alert, y'all can do. You can feel free to do so. If not, if y'all want to go to AK's live, Dex live, or Active's live, y'all can feel free to do so. Engineer, I do apologize. We have an emergency right now that's going on, and I will be returning back, and I will keep you guys updated on what's going on. But she was rushed to urgent care, so I'll be right back, guys. Man, it's just that it was unexpected. It's crazy. But I will be back, guys. You have my word. So just definitely keep the prayers up, and we're gonna keep rocking and rolling. But as of now, before I leave, because I don't want to leave you guys stranded, engineer, because I know you're in a trade. Like I said, I want to trade with you, and I still want to trade with you. Watch the range, Queen. As of now, watch the range. Please just watch the range. You got bottoms where you got buyers that step in right around 556, and you got sellers that stepped in right around that 562.20-ish level. You can see right here where you got stepped at. Play the range, Queen. Play the range. As long as that level holds, that's resistance. As long as this floor holds, that's support. Play within that range, Queen. So, keep this on watch to see if buyers are going to try to re-break that 560 level to try to retest that 562 level. Keep in mind that is resistance until we break above that level. That could be a put opportunity. If you're going for a put, just make sure that we stay underneath that price point, that we stay stuffed underneath this price point back down to that 560, where we will rotate back down to these low areas of 556. But keep that on watch. But guys, I will be back. You do have my word that I will be back on my live. I promise you. After I see what's going on with her. So thank y'all so much for everything. And like I said, trade smart, stay safe, have a trading plan. For calls, where do you get in at 558? Right now, you are holding in between this range as of now of 558, 560. 560, because you got to remember, 560 is that new price point area. Because you got to remember, you're going from the 550s now into the 560s. And you got to remember, keep in mind, engineer, that those whole numbers is going to act as automatic support and resistance. Because you're going from one price range to the next. So watch that 560 level. Now, if those buys can break above 560, you do have room to possibly retest this key area around 562 to 563 for a third attempt. So if you are going in for a put around that area, make sure that we close underneath that price point where we will see a possible red to green move, kind of like here, right in this range. How we did a red to green, we try to get a spike up to 563, but look what the candle came back underneath 562.20, where we did a red to green and got that fade right back down to what? 556. So you got to keep in mind, we got one touch, two touch, and if those buyers do push, look for a third touch possibility right here for a possible rejection for that move back down to 560. So watch that level. We already recovered 556, trying to rotate our way back up towards these areas. Again, watch your rotations how we did yesterday. Look at this. 556, 552, 20 up to 563. 562, 20 up to 563. So you see where the tops is at? See where the tops is located at, right? But you remember, guys, what do we always talk about? The range, right? Focus on your range. As of now, we are back in this range right here. 556, 562.20 with a possible push up to 563. That's where your wicks will be at. But we want to see the body, not the wicks. We want to see the body of the candle close back underneath that exact price point, because that will give you a third breakout rejection and a triple top for the possible move back down to 560, back down to these low key areas where you will rotate back down this way. So just keep that on watch. But I will be back, guys, around 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and we will continue the live, and we will continue to rock and roll from there. But as of now, calls, you still got room to still push. Look for that possible break above that 560 level, for that possible retest around 562.20 to 563, and so forth. But I will be back, guys. Thank y'all so much, man. Love y'all. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay blessed. And I will be back around noon. So thank you, guys. Let me see. Make sure I got everything. All right, cool, guys. So I'll see y'all guys later. Peace.